Might as well do it, boys and girls. Might as well. Hi, Paul. Sean, hello, hello. Michelle, good morning. Logan's Aquatics, good morning. Nice to see you all. Hi, Lee. Seriously today. Seriously. Somehow I doubt it. I don't think Lee is ever serious. Lee. Lee. I think he's like I am. He loves to laugh. New promise. Promises, promises. We'll see. I give you 5 seconds. Oh, Lord. I'm on a dietary, well, I don't know what it is. It's not a supplement, I guess. I don't know what it is. An energy drink, God knows. I've studiously avoided energy drinks. And now I'm into Gundry. Energy Renew supports muscle recovery and cardiovascular health. Well, that's for me. Dietary supplement. If I can lose some weight, that'll be a big plus. And that's the plan. Oh, Mike Ramos. Hello, Mike. Michelle ACP. How's the beta doing from yesterday? Haven't heard. Now, wait a minute. I think I got a note this morning. I read it this morning. I don't know when Mary sent it, but she was saying the fish is doing great, swimming around, being happy. That was funny, wasn't it? White, good morning. Well, I managed to bollocks up the saltwater tank, so we're just hoping that it straightens out. I can take it back and we'll look at it a little later, maybe. Have to get my camera online to do it, and that's always a pain. So I'd prefer not to. Good morning, Dwight. Thunder Aquatics, dedicated subscribers. Yes, indeed. We're getting quite a little cartery here, aren't we? That word was coiterie for those of you from Rio Linda. Coiterie. Coiterie. It means group, if you will. Not something else that sounds similar. Lee, hit the like button. Me too. There it goes. Bang. 7, 9 watching. Thunder. Where's Thunder Aquatics? Yes, good morning. Logan's got to do a water test on my quarantine tank. Give us the parameters when you do it, Logan's. Now in the sunshine state. I don't know. I don't keep up. No idea what's new in the sunshine state. I know they're going crazy over COVID. Um, I don't know what's happening here in Venice. I know Sarasota's had a lot of cases. I haven't heard of much going on here in Venice, 2 or 3, I think. I don't know what's happening to me personally. I'm waking up with a very sore throat every morning. It's just like it hurts. And the coughing doesn't help. It just hurts. So I don't know what that's all about. It hurts right now. It's hurting. Maybe it's this stuff. No fever, no congestion. So I ain't worried. Logan, hello. I'm in England. Sir Father Fish is my guru. Now I thought it was the Lord of the Manor has helped through so many issues these past few months. A brilliant young man. I wish. I was always a brilliant young man. I don't know what I am now. Now I'm a foggy old fart, I guess. Texas fish. Headed out to try to catch some plains killifish. We are excited about that. Need pictures. Oh, yeah. Invited a couple of friends. That sounds great. Please send us pictures, Texas. We're real excited about it. And if you can ship, we'll trade or buy some with you. That would be super duper. Logan's got to visit his shop soon. Is that in the past or the future, Logan? Future, I'm guessing. Look forward to it. That'll be fun. Good morning, Roxanne. Pet True Man 1185. Good morning. And Lee says, so was I, young at heart. Roxanne Powers. Hi, Rohan. Oh, you're in Port Charlotte. Okay, so you're close. Have you been here? You've not been here. Well, introduce yourself when you come. Don't be a stranger. Say, hi, I'm Logan's Aquatics. And we'll get you on a live stream or a video or something. Never know. Something. What's my beard doing? Being weird. Been to the Venice Dog Beach. Well, that is nice, actually, isn't it? A little park-like area for puppies. A puppy park. Markio 306, good morning. Logan's has 2 dogs. What kind of dogs do you have, Logan's? We have on a live. We'll have you on a live. As word is this bond. Well, I don't know about that. My bond may not be as good as my word. But I try. I make every effort. Do I carry furry friends? Not often. I don't think I have any right now. I've got a few scaly ones. and feathery ones. We just got a really beautiful, very tame, very sweet sun conure in. And the price keeps going up on him because he's a really nice bird. And we got a beautiful 30-pound sulcata tortoise in excellent condition, a male. So he's available to good home. Catfish Gary, hello, hello. Happy to see you. Yes, you can hear the birds, and you probably will hear the sun conure because he is a squawker. Like my pet got into a fight with a Rottweiler. Whoa. A Catahoula cur. What is a Catahoula cur? Catahoula. Don't know. Do we carry furry friends? Right, we did that. Occasionally, I have a few other reptiles. I have had things like sugar gliders and hamsters, mice, gerbils, all that kind of stuff. Guinea pigs. I don't carry any of them anymore. Um, they're a high maintenance critter. They're high maintenance critters. Um, there's hardly any money in them, so they're not worth it to carry unless they charge extraordinary prices, which I'm really not willing to do. So, and the worst part of it is I had what's the little prickly pear? I had some of those snakes. Rarely do I carry snakes. I typically don't. There are too many people who come in who are scared to death of snakes. Hedgehogs. I had hedgehogs for a long time, and they were cute and they were fun, and I really enjoyed them. But then, for some odd reason, the the feds came in. Chamber of what is it? The Department of Commerce? No, Ag, I guess. Must have been Ag. Department of Agriculture came in and they determined that I needed to be permitted by them to keep hedgehogs. So that was okay when they were coming in once or maybe twice a year just to say hello. But you got to understand with all these government offices, it's a camel in the tent kind of issue. They'll say, oh, well, this won't amount to much. We'll just come in once in a while, once a year, and we'll say hello and see if you need any help. Um, and then we'll just fill out your form for the year, and and we'll be back the following year. Well, that was good for the first year. By the second year, there was, well, we're going to be coming in twice this year because we have to just go on a circuit with these things. And we're not going to do anything serious. We'll just look at your hedgehogs and whatever other little animals you've got, and we'll be on our way. Well, that was the second year. Well, by the third year, it was, we're coming in every 3 months to do a full anal spectroscopy, whatever the word is. And that was the point where I went, done. That's it. I don't need that anymore. I don't need to carry two hedgehogs in order to get this intrusive, somebody coming in for a full day and going through every single thing I've got in my shop in order to allow me to keep a hedgehog or two. So as a result, I don't do hedgehogs anymore. And that's kind of the way that works. Now, the state Department of Agriculture state was permitting me as a farm for a while, and it was the same deal. But then they got into the same routine where they want to come in 3, 4 times a year and do full inspections. So I don't do that anymore. And as a result, I don't raise animals here anymore. So we'll see. Lee, hedgehogs are protected in England. Huh. Now, that's a bigger hedgehog than is in the hobby here in the States. The hedgehog here is the African, which is much smaller, the size of maybe gets big as a softball. The European and Russian get pretty good size. Thunder had pet skunks. That's cool. I've had a few. Illegal to sell them, but you could get a permit and have one as a pet. Huh. That was neat. Lee Wilcox, Diamondback when I was 15. Wait, that was the BMX. I've hurt my problems already. See, I told you. I gave you five seconds, and you actually did better. You lasted about a minute and a half. So you did okay. Oh, Pushback Roy. Hi, Pushback. Best carpet plant for captured tank. Carpet plants are difficult in a captured tank, particularly if you have a thick sand bed, because they really can't get down to the nutrition very easily. I don't have a lot of luck with them with deep sand beds, with anything more than like half an inch of sand. So that's kind of the deal. If you're going to do carpeting, then there are 2 ways to do it successfully. I mean, the first is to do them emergent. And the way you do that is you set up the tank, put the mud in, do not cap it with sand, and put water in to the depth of the mud. Plant as little, what's that called? Plugs all over wherever you want it to grow, and then cover the whole thing with saran wrap and put a light on it. It takes to get pretty good growth. Then you want to very carefully put a half an inch, a quarter to a half inch of sand in, trying not to cover up these pretty little plants you just created. A quarter inch will work, and then if you can get it up to half an inch, so much the better. Put a towel over the whole thing and slowly and carefully add water to bring the level up. Once you've done that, you can take the towel out, take the cover off, and then the following week, add another quarter to half inch of sand. If you do that weekly for a couple of weeks, you can get the sand up close to an inch. I really would not do more than half an inch. But you have to remember, this is going to be a tank that's going to be very easy to overexpose the soil. So when you plant, you want to use tweezers. You want to do it carefully. Um, you do not want to put anything in there that's a digger because that's going to pull that soil right up out of there. A few fish and as heavily planted as you can manage. You can also do hardscape and just kind of plunk it down on top. Um, you can do a really nice tank that way. It's going to be much more decorative um, and will allow much less intrusiveness in terms of active fish. Tetras are generally perfect. Any kind of tetra will do just fine. I would not do, you can do cory cats, pygmies preferably, if you can get them. You can do algae eaters. You can certainly do shrimp. Um, you can do a betta. I would not do barbs. I would not do loaches. I would not do anything that is a digger or that stirs up the bottom. No koi. Um, and you can do it real effectively that way. The other way isn't even worth talking about. That took too long anyway. But if you want to do a carpeted tank, that's really the very best way. Very best way to do it. Let me back up here. Rohan, can I feed bloodworms and mosquito larvae growing my balcony in rainwater collected tubs directly to the fish? Yes, absolutely. And those bloodworms are a larvae. Um, I want to say they're a mosquito larvae. They're probably not, but they are a larvae, and they're perfect food, as are the mosquito larvae. Perfect food. Jack and Dan. Hi, Jack and Dan. How are you guys? Haven't heard from you in ages. Lee Rohan, good question. I'd like to know the answer too. What was the question? Oh, right. Yeah, Lee, you can put a little pot outside in your Audubon garden. You know, it's really a shame that there is no walled-in garden in your complex. It's such an exquisite building. I do absolutely love it. Is it completely converted to apartment living? And how many units are in the building? Petroman, I use 4-inch sand beds in my 90-gallon discus tanks. Laterite on the bottom, really great plant growth. Yeah, if you're doing val, sage, swords, um, deep-rooted stem plants, you'll have terrific growth. And laterite's fine. The older it gets, the better it is. Give Dan and Jack a wrench. I know they do, Lee. They're sweet guys. They came to visit me one day. We had a lovely time. All right, we'll do it. Pushback. You're welcome, Pushback. Busy summer, they're saying. Jack is on the track team now, so we're training a lot. And of course, we have a few aquariums we're always messing with. Nice to see you. Good to have you with us, Dan. Lee, I know it's really a shame. We had a lovely garden once, 50 apartments, 8 of us owners, 2 of us live here. I remember the visit from Jack and Dan. Silly me. 50 apartments, 8 owners, and only 2 of you. I don't understand. Are there vacant apartments or are they rental units? 50 units. Wow. It's a big building. It's an absolutely exquisite building. And I am in fascination and absolutely adore your community. The walkabout you did a week or 2 ago was stupendous. And I'm really interested in getting into that aquarium. If you could do a walkabout through the aquarium, I personally would be utterly fascinated to see what they have in there. Well, plus the fact that you're right on the sea, which makes fishing and all kinds of collecting and such stuff immediately accessible. And the garden, the public garden is magnificent. Just could not be a prettier, nicer location. Just really, really impressive. Ileana C. about a new betta fish and it twists and bends its body every time it eats. Any ideas what this could be? No, that's strange. Twists its body when it eats. I have no idea what that is, unless it's launching itself at the food. I can't even imagine. Um, Normally, they just kind of suck on things, swim over to them. But twisting and turning beats me. I don't know that I may have seen something like that and just not paid attention to it, but I can't recall specifically that kind of behavior. That sounds a little crazy. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Dwight, where do you get laterite? Been using Secan red substrate as it contains a lot of iron. Um, Walmart red bag cat litter. Walmart red bag cat litter will not emulsify. Contains laterite. Red bag Walmart cat litter. Jack and Dan planning to come back to Disney spring break next year. So we'll perhaps come to Venice and see your store again. That would be delightful, Jack and Dan. It'd be wonderful to have you come visit again. Let's see. Watching Biggs, the mad aquarist, video the other day on dirted tanks. Kyle, his guest, was talking about green sand. There goes Betsy. Talking about green sand. Green sand is an ancient seabed deposit that's green, that is granular, that contains a vast array of minerals. It is found and is mined in a very deep, wide swath of land in central New Jersey. It's called Jersey green sand, or simply green sand. It runs about $30 for a 50-pound bag, plus shipping. I'm trying to find a way to get around the shipping, trying to locate a source for it here in Florida. It it is an excellent supplement to add to deep substrate, particularly the mud layer, and probably would work effectively as a sand cap, although I would want to cap it with something a bit more. It's not organic. It's not organic at all. It's mineral deposits. So anyway, I'm working on trying to get it in quantity. One other thing while I'm thinking about it, I was talking with Ro last night, and she ran out of chlorine remover. Well, I sell little packets of sodium thiosulfate, which is the active ingredient in all of the chlorine remover products that are on the market. I sell the packet for $10. It does a minimum of 2,000 gallons. I can sell it in larger quantities. I'm going to send her a pound, which should last 5 to 10 years. It'll last a long, long time. And if anybody's interested, I've got it listed on Get Gills. If you want it in larger portions, the price goes down. So if you want, like, I don't know how much that weighs. 2 ounces, I think. If you want a pound, make a note, and I'll charge you $25 for a pound. Anyway, good stuff. You use 5 crystals. It's in a crystalline structure. You use 5 little crystals per 10 gallons, or 2 crystals per gallon. And it works as quickly as long as it takes for it to dissolve. You can pre-dissolve it in like RO water and use that the way you do any other kind of liquid chlorine remover. Right. Twisting and bending better. Funny. Lee, take a shot all around the building for you. We let apartments to tenants. All professionals or retirees. Do you have an ownership interest in the building, or just in your unit? Great community. Yeah, I want to move there. I love it. I'm real excited about it. Paul C. Father Fish. Is mangrove mud suitable as soil in deep substrate capped with sand? Absolutely. In point of fact, mangrove mud is some of the very best mud available for substrate because it contains such a wide range of bacteria. The very best mud that's been discovered and tested is the mangrove mud from Australia, for some peculiar reason. It has a wider range of bacteria and is um, an enormously suitable substrate for saltwater tanks. And of course, mangrove is predominantly salt or brackish. So you can use it, you can go either fresh or salt with it. If you go fresh, you might get a bit of a die off. Just hang in there with it. It'll be fine. I'm doing rather the reverse right now. I inadvertently added fresh water to the saltwater tank I was setting up. And by the next morning, the tank was cloudy. So we've been adding salt to it, got it just about up to where it needs to be. And we need to wait now for the cloudiness to go away, for all that dead material. I'm sure my ammonia is through the roof. There is a little goby in there who seems to be doing well, and he was in there when it was fresh water. So we'll see how all that goes. But it just takes a few days for it to clear up. Let's see. A bunch of stuff here. Bloodworms are midges, lake flies. Aha. Thank you, Kevin. Who pioneered the deep sand bed? Seems to be linked to Frisco in Germany. Germany for sure. And it goes way, way back. The book that David has been translating from Holland, 1860s, talks about dirt substrate. So that goes way back. It was popular in the early part of the century up through the 30s and 40s, not so much into the 50s. That's when gravel started coming available and kind of took over the market. It was easier to market. Here comes Frank. Hey, Frank. Easier to market. So, Frank, there's a box by the back door, a big one.
Yeah.
That's a new chair.
Oh, okay.
Could you put it together for me?
Okay.
Bring it up and we'll get rid of this one.
All right.
Coffee, I don't have any made.
All right, let me make
You
some.
want to make some? Sounds great. Yeah, put the fan up on the fridge if you want. Get it out of the way. Let's see.
After that, want me to grab some mimosa,
Oh, sure.
some feeders.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll have a bunch of feeder people in today. Yeah, anything bigger you can find.
I can get tons of small jewels, small Dempsey's.
Small Joe's would be perfect. Dempsey's too, yeah. Anything like an
They're not Dempsey's, I mean Midas.
Midas, yeah, or tilapia even. 1 to 2 inches.
Okay.
Be perfect.
All right. I should take the trap
Dump
down.
that in the flower pot.
Okay.
And then use this water.
Yeah. I'm gonna wash this first.
Okay. Getting behind here. Let's see. What do you do about Utah ice rock, Thunder Aquatics? I found some of the small LFS in the middle of PA, dissolved in the water over a few days, skyrocketed the TDS with no effect on shrimp plants. Loved it. Am not familiar with it. Don't know what that is. Utah ice rock. Some kind of mineral, I'm sure. Don't know what it would be. Interesting. See what you can find out. We'll look it up. Let me bump through here real quick. Oh, Ileana says the vet is not eating well. Aha. Curious. Leslie Reynolds. Hello, Leslie. Already watching. We hit the light. Lee says. Kevin's comment on bloodworms. Thank you very much. Michelle, Ileana, does he see his food? Logan's Aquatics, quarantine table, parameters, ammonia 5, nitrate 0. Sounds good to me. Ileana, when he eats, the behavior is like he's been electrified. Very peculiar. What are you feeding him? Brought back laterite from overseas when I was U.S. Navy Seabee back in the early 80s. Petroman. Ileana, the fish looks like he's choking on the food. Try different foods, including flakes, and same thing happens. Try frozen bloodworm, frozen Daphne, frozen brine shrimp, live blackworm if you can get it. Try live food with them, or Daphne if you can get it. Scuds if you can get it. Frozen bloodworm. See if that makes a difference. It could be the dry food that's the problem. Right, Michelle's saying try frozen bloodworm. Yeah, she's been doing dry food, Ileana says. Try the frozen. That's Michelle's right. The frozen. I recommend frozen bloodworm to all of my betta buyers, all the people that come in and want to get bettas. Paul C. asking about the mangrove mud. Ileana, don't know what to do. I guess bloodworms could work, but this I've never seen in any other fish. It'd be interesting to see if there's different behavior with that. Does it work with chloramine? That's an interesting question, Dwight. In double strength, it will break the bond between ammonia and chlorine and precipitate out the chlorine. It will not remove the ammonia. The ammonia needs to come out by other means. It's not a substantial amount, so it's really not going to be an issue. Plants, deep substrate, all that sort of stuff will remove the ammonia. But chloramine is it's a bond that's created between ammonia and chlorine in order to keep the chlorine from gassing off. That way the water municipal supplier guarantees that they're getting those two extreme toxins into your body. They do also recommend, and there is a warning, wherever chloramine is used, not to feed it to pets. You can put it in your gut, but don't put it in your kitty's gut.
I wouldn't give it to plants either.
Frank saying you wouldn't give it to plants. I gotta agree with that. Okay, Lee is saying, just noticed 8 weeks of no feeding in my deep soil sandcap planet aquarium. One fish has a really long string of poop coming out. Excellently. Here's the question. Track that strand of poop carefully. Keep an eye on it. Watch it diligently. We want to know, Lee, if the other fish are eating his poop, because that's the key to the system.
Oh my goodness.
Paul C., what is this? This is the third time I've run across the same question on this string thread. Is mangrove mud suitable as soil in deep substrate capped with sand? Duh, we just did it. Watch the saltwater stream. Yeah, it was a stream. That's exactly what we used. I guess I'm just going backwards. I don't know. I think I am going backwards. Okay, where's the comment about chloramine? Oh, your ownership is 12 and a half. That's wonderful. That's wonderful, Lee. Yeah, Michelle is saying so long as he's eating, swims well, hungry, so forth. He just may have a certain kind of attitude about a certain kind of food. Try something different, see if it works. Jack and Dan, Ileana C. Try a salt pond or koi stick, crush it so it's like a powder. Yeah, try the bloodworm first. I think you may get a salutary effect from that. Yeah, Ileana's in Australia. I have no idea what that Utah rock is either. Ice rock, Lee, 1860, when everything was natural. Years later, with shops selling crap to turn over bucks. Poor information, so you keep going back and spending money. That's kind of it in a nutshell, Lee. Aquarian Cowboy, howdy. T-shirt logo, oh dear. Oh, okay. T-shirt logo, Lee says. For Father Fish's T-shirt, KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. What do we have yesterday? Keep it dirted. Keep it dirted. I like that.
Keep it dirted, dummy.
Keep it dirted, dummy. KIDD. Jack and Dan, Lillian C. You can do it with anything. Oh, okay. I'm jumping backwards or it's doubling up. I don't quite know what's happening here. I seem to be reading the same thing over and over and blaming everybody else for it. Mountaintop is here. Hi, Mountaintop. Lee, now I have to watch poop. Why not? It is funny, but I know very serious too. I understand Sue will come home and ask, what you been up to? Oh, just watching poop, darling. Didn't do that with a Brit accent, sorry. No, no insult intended. Peplin Creek, hello.
Ask him if he's the only one touching cloth.
Touching cloth?
Yes. Ask him if that's the only fish touching cloth.
Touching cloth. Well, Frank just asked an obtuse question that I'm a little hesitant to repeat because I don't know what it means.
It's not bad.
But apparently you will, Lee. He says, ask him if that's the only fish touching cloth. Petroman, I use chloramine filters on my RODI system. This takes out all of the chloramine in my water system before going into my membrane. Yeah, I use charcoal filters, the very dense, high quality charcoal filters on my RO as well. We don't have chloramine. We just have ammonia. Rhett, did you see my first video on my channel? No, Rhett. Post the link. We'll take a look at it. I know you've been excited about doing it. So we're anxious to see what you've come up with. I think. Maybe not. Peplin Creek, Father Fish don't get gills. Thank you. Lee says, Red Buddy, don't tell Ro about it. Oh dear. I'm sure Ro knows. Jack and Dan, it was awesome hanging out while we eat breakfast. It's getting hot here in Cleveland. We have to get out there and water, rain, plant, sun, do the outdoor stuff, kid. KIDD. All right. Good to have you with us, Jack and Dan. Or Dan. Chevy Fish. Hi, Chevy Fish.
Hi, Chevy
Nice
Fish.
to see you. Frank says hi. Patrick Farm. Hi, Chevy. I'll have to go road to drop the link, because I don't know how. Is she awake yet? Don't forget the like button and the live chat button, Chevy says. Hey, Frank, Chevy says. Sherry Tourist, hi, Minaj. Minaj is here. Missed Minaj. Where is Minaj? Somewhere or other. There he is. Hello, Minaj. What time is it? 9:34. We got plenty of time yet. I'm going to take a 2-minute break, then come back and get some coffee. Frank's brewing the pot. So I will be back momentarily. I've got this new stuff I'm doing, and it's causing pit stops to occur every half hour or so. So be right back.
I brought that one. Leave that alone. Don't you take that out of there yet. It's going up to 8. I'll get you some on that. Leave it alone. It'll make the rest of it weak. Same on you.
All right.
Did Leo respond to the touching cloth?
Oh dear. Minaj is sending us 60, whatever it is, super sticker. Thank you, super sticker. Thank you, Minaj. That's very kind, very generous. I do appreciate it. Rick came home and gave her a lovely present. 3 aquariums. One's about 100 gallons. Yeah, it's actually 75. Nice tank. Lee. Row, wake up. Row, 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 row. Wake up. Wake up. Row, row, row. Wake up. Wake up, Row. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Doesn't work. Chevy Fish. Here it is. There's Rhett's. Link to Rhett's first video. Thank you, Chevy. I'm not sure I want to watch it right now. I think I'll wait. Minaj. Send sticker, guys. You like some info. Thank you, Minaj. I appreciate you. Appreciate the support. Means a lot. Let's see. Pevlin also posted Brett's channel. Good morning, Chevy, says Pevlin. Chevy. Thank you, Minaj. Minaj, I feel obliged to send it when some information you gave me helps me. That's very kind of you and very thoughtful. I sincerely appreciate that. Yeah, I tend to give freebies out all day long. It's nice to get a little recognition in the form of butter from my bread. Very nice. Thank you, Minaj. Patrick Farm. Father Fish. My niece had velvet in her. Oh,
What's the matter?
I hit the stupid button, moving this screen and flip the thing off,
Oh.
and now it won't come back up. Pain in the ass.
What's touching cloth? It's coming out.
I see.
It's coming out. So
There we are.
it's a British saying.
Awesome.
Which cup did you want?
Oh, I don't care. Doesn't matter.
I've got my own.
Okay,
You
yeah,
prefer-
the big one, I guess.
Yeah.
With some milk, please.
No.
Yeah, I was moving. I need to learn to move this thing from the middle rather than touching it on the bottom. There's a button on the back of my screen, and I keep inadvertently hit it every time I touch the screen to tilt it and flip it off. So it was off. Now it's back on and we're back. Sam Dab is here. Hi, Sam Dab. We're talking about velvet. Patrick Farm. Father Fish, my niece had velvet in her tank. I've not dealt with that disease. Just wondering what you would recommend. Thank you, Fred. What you would recommend for that velvet.
Oh.
Velvet is fungus. Fungus follows bacteria. Treat the bacteria. There's a bacterial infection, probably caused ultimately by overfeeding. So teach your niece, help her set up a deep substrate if she doesn't have one, and teach her Lee's principle of never feeding his fish. And that'll solve the problem with velvet. You can treat her bacteria, but the reality is it's caused by something that's going on in the tank. And that something is likely related to husbandry, to the way she's maintaining the tank. And the likelihood is that the problem is excessive feeding, resulting in pollution.
You got racing stripes.
Racing stripes on my chair. Oh, isn't that cool? Hold on a minute. We can look at
that.
This is cool.
Man, I'd like to have that in my car.
Hold on a second. Share screen. Application window. Share. Oh, wow. We're looking at it. That's cool. That's the back of my new chair. You know who has one of those, as a matter of fact? And I saw it when I ordered it.
Don't say President Trump.
No. One of our favorite YouTubers has one in his fish room that he was given for his birthday.
Nice.
And my mind just went blank.
You're not still pointing it this way, are you?
No.
Okay, thank you.
No. Well, actually, I am.
Well, he stopped that.
I can put it off. There we go. All right. Okay.
Even on that. And look at this. Even on that.
Oh, cool. Very cool. Indian rupee sign. It's the sign for a rupee. Indian rupee. It's called a rupee or rupee. 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 Monjo Superstar, where you from? Lee's asking. Rohan, we can hear you. Oh, good.
Too high for Newton.
Namaste, Monaj. Yes, from India.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Michael said I bought a keyboard without the stupid button.
So what's that mean? He doesn't know how to use it?
I don't know. It means, yeah, right.
That sucks.
Really.
That would be my. That'd be me.
Patrick, that's what I was thinking. I wanted to make sure. You bet. Manaj. Manaj says, thank you, Lee. Having trouble reading. Does a lot of algae reduce ammonia? Absolutely does. Ammonia, any kind of plant is able to absorb ammonia directly. Lumbar support backrest. Yeah, Frank's taking it out of the package right now. It's got a lumbar, and it also has a headrest. Fancy dancy.
Yeah. Highfalutin.
Highfalutin, he says. Lumbar support. Lee, I invented deep soil with a sand cat. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go again. Here he is. The master speaks. Go, master. What do you have to say for yourself? Lee's Aquatics. Ta-da! I invented deep soil with a sand cap. Planted, not planet, aquarium, and I taught the father fish everything he knows. Or was it the other way around? I forgot. Well, I dare not put you in timeout, Lee, because it will shatter your very soul. So we shall not do that. I merely will call you on your earliest promise in this thread to be good. Of course, having said that, I must acknowledge that you're being very good. Thank you, Lee. I decreased the feeding to only twice a week. That's good. Twice a week is good. Lee Wilcox is sending Lee's Aquatics a bajillion emojis. And Rhett is back. And we're hitting the bottom here. This seems to be spreading itself. I don't want to say it's dragging, because it's certainly not dragging. But we're not running out of time. It's not going fast. Must be the enjoyment level. How many folks we got here? We're at 25 watching. Started streaming 57 minutes ago. Chevy Fish, if you're still here, hi Mountain Man. Top Fish. And hi Ileana C, says Chevy. Manoj says, reduction of feeding, thank you, Frank, makes my fish start cleaning stuff on the substrate. He's got that chair put together. I don't know where it is. I can't see it. Where is it? Where'd it go? Oh, it's not together yet. I see. We're putting a chair together.
Oh, dear God. Okay.
I think that's what we're doing. I don't know. He just walked out with half of it.
Yep. He's hard at work. I'll see you Monday because tomorrow I won't be here.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
gonna try to stop by tonight if I can, or tomorrow night to check on the
Have a
bigger
nice
journal.
day tomorrow.
Thank you. I
Yes.
appreciate it.
All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So what happened, Frank? What happened to the roller? Are you putting them in it or something?
Yeah, I've got to get to them. Yeah.
Oh, the base that's out there. Oh, I see. Okay. A lot more to it than I thought.
Yeah.
All right.
I got to find out what I need to put it together. Bye, Betsy. Have a nice weekend.
Andra Dridic. Like your videos. Greetings for you from Europe. Nice to meet you, Andra. Manoj says, reduced feeding causes my fish to start clearing stuff on the substrate. You bet. Lee wants to know where Andra is from in Europe. Patrick, I used your dirted tank method and I'm raising a goldfish spawn in that tank. They're growing amazingly well with your method. Thank you for the info. That's cool. Oh, Andres from the Czech Republic. Wonderful. That's the first. Thank you. Good to have you with us, Andra. Delighted to have someone from the Czech Republic. You guys are doing amazing, amazing things with fish in the Czech Republic. The new farming and wholesale operation is astounding, very impressive. Petroman, constantly learning something new on your website. A lot of great information. Thank you, Petroman. Mike, gotta run. Take care, Father Fish. Thank you for your info. Nice to see you, Mike. Nice to have you with us. Monage, and soon we'll start feeding them natural foods, boiled vegetables. I'm vegetarian, but ask if some friend can give me a piece of fish to feed. That's good. Blanch the vegetables, don't boil them. Just make them soft a little bit. You don't need to boil them. You can really feed them to them raw if they're fairly soft. If they're like carrots, then just blanch them a bit to soften them up a little bit. Nice. So we have people from Australia, from India, from the Czech Republic, from Great Britain, here with us right now, and from the US. Ain't it amazing? When I was making salt, just boil them for just a short time. Just parboil, just enough to soften them a little bit. You really don't need to cook any of it at all. They'll do just fine with the vegetables raw. But if you want to soften them a little bit, just put them in hot water or boiling water for just 1 minute. Will be adequate. Yes, isn't it amazing? People from all over the world plugged in here. We're all together here right now, forming community, creating family, developing friendships, and sharing with each other. Don Flores, great stuff, Father. You bet. You bet. Fresh skinned peas, crushed. That's a great food. Peas are a great food. All right, let's see who's sending notifications to me. Fishman commented, Father Fish and Mary together. If you have not watched the stream, the live stream yesterday evening between myself and Mary Page, please do. It's an absolute delight. We did it in order to demonstrate her nursing skills with her male betta that had a big lump on its forehead. Well, it got resolved almost instantly with all the right supplies. It just it was taken care of very quickly. But Chevy, if you could post that link, that is an absolute delight. But let me read to you Mary Page's reply. She said, I named my bristle nose after you, namely Father Fish. If he had been a plain one with no bristles on his face, I would have had to name him Lee. I love it. I love it. All right. And Mary Fish said, Father Fish, I had absolutely the best time I've had in a long time. Thank you again so much for believing in me and letting me be part of the Father Fish family. And it was absolute delight. We had great fun. Lee, shut up, Mary. I'll get you back. This means war. Ah. You did it to yourself. Cut all your bristles off. Mercy. What kind of a bristle nose are you? A naked bristle nose. He's a naked bristle nose. Microworm culture, Rohan says. Yeah, I'm getting a new one today. I love microworm culture. And for baby, tiny baby fish, it is absolutely perfect. And I've got some baby bettas coming on. They're eggs right now, or thinking about being eggs. We're spawning some pairs of bettas. My problem with microworm culture is I don't keep up with it, and it goes bad. If it sits for 2 weeks, it's done. You really have to redo it week after week. Marky, I love watching your live stream. Thank you so much. Psychedelic, do you think the fibers left over from juicing would be good for fish? Yeah, I do. And there are a lot of fish that'll eat the fibers. There are a lot of fish with teeth. And some you might be surprised. All of the umbunas, the Africans, have teeth. And of course, that's a perfect food to feed to them. A lot of tetras have teeth. Try it with different kinds of things. I think you'll be surprised how much the fish will eat it and like it. Lee, did it for your mom. Yeah, right. That ain't what your mom told me. Yellow Menage. I feed a little bit of yellow yolk of boiled eggs to my babies. Yeah, it does spoil quickly. You need to, it's very difficult to use. The way to do it is to put the yolk in a silk handkerchief and squeeze it a little bit into a cup of water. So you get some very tiny particles. And then when that settles, feed a little bit of that. Don't put just chunks of yolk into the water. We're not missing anything, are we?
Instructions.
Instructions. Oh, well. No instructions on what Nellie found it. All right. It's on the back of the seat pad. Lee said she wanted to see my face. I've removed all mirrors in my home now. Well, that gives me tremendous relief. There's a real blessing. That was thoughtful of you, Lee, to remove all the mirrors. You didn't have to remove them. You could just cover them. Just cover them over. So people who would like to use a mirror are still able to, but they're not required to see your image. Nor are you. Just cover them up. You won't see ghosts either. Snails take care of the uneaten bits, Rohan says. You betcha. Andra, after a year in the hobby, I've ordered my first 112-liter low iron tank. Oh, wow. Nice. The low iron is the star sapphire. That's glass that's made with a very low iron content, which makes it crystalline clear glass. Beautiful glass. Combine it with RGB lights, LED lights, and Bluetooth connection to my phone. It's going to be right fancy, Andra. That'll be nice. Rhett is saying no audio. Have I lost the audio? Is that possible? Let's see. What is this? Someone saying every time I wake up, I see Father Fish. It's working. Audio okay, Manoj says. I'm getting concerned every time I wake up to see Father Fish coffee. There's the you must live nearby, within the same relative time frame. Sir, can I use oats minus the yeast for microworm culture? Oats contain a certain amount of yeast. It is actually the yeast that the microworms are eating, and the yeast. Oats do contain some yeast, which of course is an active bacteria, so it's going to break down the uh, the oats. So yeah, that'll work. It may be a little slower, but it'll work. Red is saying R is slowly waking up. Rohan, we talked about the oats. Lee, I'll climb into the bins and try to get them back. Another job. I'll do it now. Sue would kill me if she came home and all the mirrors were gone. I didn't think it through. Not my fault. Well, I gave you the solution, Lee. Just cover them with towels. Such silliness. Father Fish, Rohan, I'm using baked egg crumbs off my plate so it won't spoil the water much. That's okay. The solution, excuse me, for their very tiny baby fish, the solution I gave you allows a limited amount of very tiny particulate to be introduced to the tank without the big clumps. So try doing that. Try sieving it through a cloth, a fine cloth, like a microfiber or a silk handkerchief, and just use the tiniest particles, and then feed a small amount of that. That gives you more control. And Lee, stay out of the trash cans. Just do it. You're too old to be dumpster diving, and nobody wants your old cut hair anyway. So just leave it. We'll get used to you, and you will survive. There will be a minimum of emotional stress because you were born that way. It can't be that bad. And we will love you anyway, in spite of everything, including your penchant for going to war. Such a bloodthirsty rabble these Brits are. Lee is trying to instruct. Well, Rohan, I mean, he does have a certain amount of Brit respect there, I would expect. Such as it is and be as it may. Chevy Fish, regarding microworms, bacteria are what eats the yeast, and the microworms eat the bacteria. Bacteria eats the yeast. Bacteria eats the yeast. Well, the yeast contains bacteria. Right. That's what yeast is. It's bacterial material. Thank you, Chevy, for the biology lesson there. Bacteria eats the yeast, and the microworms eat the bacteria. Yeah, the bacteria flourish from the media. The bacteria are introduced in the form of yeast. The yeast containing certain kinds of bacteria. That's where you get sourdough. It's a certain kind of bacteria in the yeast. The yeast is live bacteria culture laid in flour or whatever. And we've done all that. Struggling here. Chevy fish. Father fish don't get killed. And Chevy fish says, "Hi, yum yum pie." Father fish, ahoy there, yum yum pie. Good to see you. We're now into the 10th hour of the morning. What's wrong with Sir Father Fish? What's wrong with you all? Lee. Well, there was Lee Wilcox. Lee's Aquatics. I don't know who this is from. It's from Lee Wilcox at Lee's Aquatics. Sir Father Fish, what is wrong with you all? Says the instigator to the instigatee. What's wrong with you? Right. I get that. Psychedelic. I saw in a history program that you can get yeast from the air. Not only that, you can get micro worms from the dirt. Aha. Scallop out a baked potato. Bury the baked potato in the earth. Go back to it in a week to 2 weeks. Scrape out the innards, put it in a yeast culture, and the little tiny nematodes that have created culture in the potato will infest the yeast culture. So you can do it from scratch. You can do the yeast from the air and the worms from the earth. You can put them together and feed your fish. Now, how's that, guys? Spend a lot of money on what? Andra, I'm wondering whether artificial CO2, what contributes the most to the CO2 needed from plants' decay? Oh dear. Andra, watch some of the videos, and I'm sure Chevy will post one here in a moment, about creating a dirted tank. That'll give you all the information you need to be able to deal with this CO2 issue. This is an alternative to CO2 injection. You can do that if you like, but frankly, this system works better and is more long-term. So check out a video on deep substrate. I have many. Rohan. It's the rainy season and my last microworm cultures caught fungus. Yeah, they will rot out. Nasty stuff. And they stink to high heaven. I've got some here. that are now full of gnat larvae, which is a great fish food. And I need to feed it. Need to get it out of here. I've got some new coming in today. All right, we're running down to the wire here. We're into the 11th hour. Now we're into the 10th hour. 11th hour if you're an hour off the east coast of the U.S. Mike's Aquariums. Hello, Mike's. Chevy, there's the deep substrate video. Watch that, Andra. The link that Chevy just posted. It'll give you a lot of background and information about deep substrates. And then look around on my channel. You'll find a lot of good sources for figuring this whole thing out. Okie dokie. We're gonna sign off here. Frank is still out there trying to put the chair together. I don't dare help him because he'll get gruff. Gruff he will. He'll go, ruff, ruff, ruff. Get off my back. Let me do it. And I'm fine with that. I don't need to worry about it. And it'll get done. And it'll be done right. It'll just take a while. But that's all right. Mike's Aquarium. Hello, hello. All right. We did all this. Chevy, Miracle of Deep Substrate. Yeah, there are a bunch of them. Thank you, Chevy, very much. And I think we're going to sign off. See you guys in the morning, and then we will be on tomorrow morning. We will be on Sunday afternoon at 3. And we'll be looking at the saltwater tank and some of the other little tanks we've set up on videos or streams. So thank you all for plugging in today. It's been, as ever, delightful and fun and a joy to be with you. Good day, Michael, and everyone else counting down. Say goodbye, Andra. I'll check it one more time. Yes, it is enough to have the right amount of CO2. Absolutely, Andra. Will not be a problem. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Thank you, Chevy, and thank you for all your help. Thank you, Lee. Appreciate you being here. God bless you all. Wonderful to be here. Good luck with your new channel, Rhett. We'll take a look real quick. My dogs eat a black web-like stuff from the roots of grass. Is this a culture? Lord knows it's probably some kind of fungus. Probably helps with digestion. Roxanne. Bye, Roxanne. We needed that psychedelic. God bless you all. 3, 2, 1. Bye for now.